budget. Just ask. We can cook up some bad boy food for less. Cook 'em with cash.
So this week's banging recipe on a low budget is sweet potato flatbreads. The ingredients are sweet potatoes, bread flour, seasoning and olive oil for frying. So I use wholemeal bread flour because I like the wholemeal texture, and I use all-purpose seasoning and some medium curry powder. So what you want to do is get your sweet potatoes. I think I use 7 for this version. 7 like smallish sweet potatoes. Wash them, put them on a baking tray and bake in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 6, 7, for about an hour. And they'll come out looking like this. They'll come out looking, they'll be soft and they'll look all wrinkly. Then what you want to do is just cover them. So don't try and peel them like that, just cover them. So I usually just wrap them up in the foil or put them in a bowl and put the foil on top. And the steam will make the skins come off. So you don't actually have to wash them before you bake them, in truth, because you're going to peel them. So you peel off the skins and what you get is this lovely soft, mushy mash sweet potato. Now all you do is mash that sweet potato with the flour. Now I like to use wholemeal bread flour, or a combination of wholemeal bread flour and strong white bread flour, because it's better for any kind of bread that you're making, whether it's in a bread maker or whether it is a flatbread. I like the wholemeal because for me it just feels healthier, and it's a bit more of a robust bread, but it's up to you. It's really down to your taste buds. And the method is you just want to keep mashing until you get this kind of dough. You know you're there because it will stop being sticky. You'll be able to knead it and it will feel like a dough. Up until that point, it's going to feel sticky and it's going to stick to your fingers. So if you notice, I haven't put quantities in this recipe, and that's on purpose because this really is about intuitive cooking. I don't really use recipes. I might use a recipe once, figure it out, and then I like to be able to have it in my mind so that I can just cook it intuitively and know when it's hit the right place. And this is a good place to start if you've never done that. So yeah, just keep going until you get to what looks and feels like a dough, a firm dough that's not wet, that doesn't stick to your fingers. Then you just want to put a towel over it or cover it with a lid and leave it for half an hour so that it settles and it's easier to manipulate when you're rolling it out. A lot of doughs will require resting, so if I make dumplings, I rest the dough. If I make the other type of flatbreads where I use butter and milk and everything, I rest the dough, and it does make a difference. If you skip that part of the process, they're not as nice. Now you just want to roll the dough into balls that are probably about 3 inches wide in diameter. Roll them into balls. I use like a chopping board. It's a glass chopping board. Flour the chopping board, put your dough ball onto the board and just squash it down with your hand. Turn it over and squash it down again so both sides of the dough ball have got flour on them.
Cooking with Cass. a budget. Just ask. We can cook up some bad boy food for less. Cook 'em with cash.
Alright, so you floured both sides of your dough ball and you just proceed with rolling it out. If it gets a bit sticky, which mine did this evening, you just add more flour and keep rolling. I turn it regularly, so I roll 1, 2, 3 roll, turn it over 1, 2, 3 roll, and you can always stretch it out with your hands as well if need be. Then it's the fun bit where you just fry them in a frying pan, and you put the frying pan on a medium to hot heat. They only take a couple of minutes each side once you get going. The first one is always a little bit slower than the rest, but once the pan heats up and you keep going, it's literally, as one is frying, I will be rolling out the next one, and then it's you just on that momentum then for the rest of it. It's really easy. So you fry one side, it will start to bubble up on top. You can always just check it, flip it up with your spatula or whatever and see if it looks like it's doing. Once you've done a few, you'll know when it's done just by the bubbles. Turn it over, another couple minutes, take it out. So this is what we were left with. 7 sweet potatoes resulted in a dough that turned out 14 flatbreads. So I freeze most of them, keep out what I want to eat for the next day. And you can literally do anything you want with a flatbread like you do. You can fill it with make it like a sandwich, a wrap. You can put whatever, eggs. You could do roasted peppers, things like that, or I like to make like vegetable curries or soups that I can dip it into. So all you need is sweet potatoes, flour, and then some olive oil to fry them in, and you should have things like seasoning in your cupboard. And I will be doing a video on kind of staples that you should just have in your cupboard. So I pray you enjoy your homemade flatbreads. Sweet potato flatbreads on a low budget. They're super tasty, and you can combine other low budget cooking skills to make some really tasty food for on the go or for breakfast or whatever. Enjoy!